All right, so the FLK we did this week was fucking ridiculous. And like I think the first thing I want to address cuz it's already popping up in my comments, I don't know about yours, but like people are saying like, "Oh my god, that looks so fun." Like what a good one to parse on. But like I don't think that we can stress enough how many times we threw our face against this wall before we actually got this kill.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge obstacle for us, and we put a ton of hours into this kill. Not even just during raid night attempting it, but actually the prep work that went into it was more than you see on a 45-second YouTube clip.
I think the one that got me the most was a guy posted on mine that was like, "Hey, thanks for reminding me why I can only parse in the 50s to 80s while I'm in my speedrunning guild. Parse guilds are just a different beast." It's like
Yeah, it's a different level. Yeah, it's
it just literally like you have to be an animal. I don't think that normal humans like doing the things that we do. But like when you get it right though, oh man, it feels so good.
yeah, and we'll see in this kill too. Like we wrecked and our tank just got randomly one-shotted. So like there's so many RNG factors that are just completely out of our control, and that's an element that like is the most frustrating part, right? Like you prep to do this crazy Zerg strat on FOK, and then your tank gets one shot at 50%, and it's like, okay, well, crap. How do we pivot and,
The
adapt from that?
the best part is that it always happens the global after you press
Mm-hmm.
recklessness. Cause like
Oh, yeah.
that first catapult that will one shot somebody comes out at about the 15-second mark. And like, I don't know what it is with our guild. It's been 3 weeks in a row of just throwing ourselves at FLK. And every single time we press rec, Schwarby goes down. That's our prop paladin. He goes down the second you hit that
Yeah.
button.
And it happened in this kill as well. He died, and we were just like, screw it, let's send it. And you tanked the Sharkus mob for like 8 seconds, and I tanked the Spore Bat for like 8 seconds, and we just dodged and parried every attack.
And I
It's
think Bay had
ridiculous.
the other two also.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
literally rogue tank, fury tank, arms tank, and one bear, and we just dragged it across. I think I took like one or two chain heal ticks that kept me alive through 2 hits, and that was enough to get me to the end.
Yeah.
All right, so as you can see, I'm up at number two. Fury just goes burr, man. Like on these cleave fights, it's just ridiculous. And to see an arms warrior in the top 10, like I honestly, the second the fight ended, I was so excited to see the 7.8 on the meter. And then I looked at the logs and I saw that you touched 6.3 as arms. And my mind was blown, dude.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to the opportunity to like go through this log because as crazy as it seems from like my side at least, I made two or three mistakes and it could have been easily a 7K kill if anything else fell into place for me.
I
But
think,
still was a great kill.
yeah, to me, that's like one of the pitfalls I'm trying not to let myself get into. Cause like I see those negatives of like, oh, if
Hmm.
I'd have done this, if I'd have done that, I could have gotten that number one spot. But it's like, dude, you put up 7.77 as an alliance warrior. Look at all those red names. Look at
Hmm.
all the there's only 3 blue names in the entire top
And it's all
50.
from Salt.
It's all our guild, man. It's literally just us. Like
Yeah,
it's
that orc
insane.
racial is ridiculous.
It's so strong. It's so strong. And I think that honestly after a parse like this for the both of us, you're going to see a lot more people running brooch on this fight. I think they're going to come around, man.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So obviously you didn't have your DST yet until that night.
Literally after that raid, yeah, we got it in
Yeah.
between SSC and TK.
Um,
I don't think I'd run
to,
it though. I don't think I would, man.
I don't think so either. And to briefly go over this, the reason I didn't do DST was because during this fight, there's so many variables, right? Like, there's a million things going on, and to be able to have the on-command brooch with my rec and take out all the DST variables, because I know you remember a month or two ago when we originally tried this Zerg strat, my DST didn't even proc.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was theory crafting. I was like, I think the angle is just going to be brooch and send it, and
Like
it
I
worked
think
out.
it's the same that I've been saying about DST. It's like if you get lucky, it
Hmm.
can absolutely raise your ceiling. The problem is that it lowers your floor so much, because if you don't get lucky and it doesn't proc where you want it to, like Brooch is just going to gap it. I can run Brooch in a macro with my recklessness and sweeping strikes and guarantee that I'm going to get an extra 10 hits at that huge AP bonus. Like, I just don't see how you can consistently compete with that.
That's the key word, though, that you said, consistency.
Yeah.
It's consistency is key here, and it's obviously worked out for both of us, and it's kind of.
I mean, you can look at. I can go to both of our pages, and you can see. Actually, let me get off that. Let me get to your actual character page here. You can see that, like, it's that consistency thing. The variance between your lowest and highest parses is 0.5. Like, I mean, minus Kael'thas and Vash, because we just don't care. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Like, it's that variance. You just need to be consistently good so that when you get lucky,
when you hit the lottery,
exactly, when the lottery strikes, then you can hit that top, that 100, man.
Yep.
Like, that's what it comes down to. And I think that that's one of the really big strengths of Brooch, especially on these short fights. Let's start with your VOD here.
Yeah, so going into this kill, every single raider in our raid has rocket boots. We have a macro that simply uses them and then swaps our boots back to our PvE boots. You'll see as we go in here.
Let me bring it down a little.
And you can pause it. What's really going through my brain before we go in here is, okay, rocket boots, do I have my consumes, buffs? And you'll note too, look at my Brooch cooldown. So this was the one and big mistake that cost me a couple hundred DPS, honestly, here, was I Wrath swapped. You see the bottom right corner, my Wrath, Boss, and Boots button on my action bar. I Wrath swapped my Solarian Sapphire for the Battle Shout, and I clicked my Boss set, which puts my DST back on over my Sapphire.
Oh, man.
And I noticed, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to run DST here. And I doubled down, I'm like, screw it. We're going to Brooch it, and I'll just pop it late. And you'll see later on in this VOD, when I actually have Rec popped, I don't have my Brooch for my Sweeping Strikes. I didn't have Brooch for Sweeping Strikes.
Yeah, I think I looked at it, and you lost like 7 seconds off your Brooch uptime.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah, which...
Well, the irony is, like, the Brooch still provided more damage to you than a DST not proccing. You still got the base 72 attack power from putting that thing on.
Yep.
Of course,
we'll go in here.
Audio on that.
Go ahead. Yeah. So going in, first global is going to be Sunder. You see mine parried. Super unlucky, but we're just going to roll with it, right? So I want to get my Death Wish and my badge popped as soon as possible. So this is kind of the key to ARMS Warrior AoE cleave. A lot of warriors don't wait. They're really impatient with their Sweeping Strikes, and they pop it instantly. But what I did here in popping my Death Wish and badge early into an instant Whirlwind is giving me a bunch of badge stacks, and it's also getting my Whirlwind on cooldown as soon as possible.
That's one of those key differences, ARMS to Fury too. Like, I do not want to Whirlwind in my Sweeping Strikes. So, like, I would assume that when you have Sweep up, you're also then timing it to have Whirlwind up. But, like, for Fury, you can't do that, man. If you Whirlwind with Sweeping Strikes, you're spreading all your offhand hits too.
No, it's completely opposite for ARMS, and you'll see, like, all we're doing is setting up that global. You'll see in about 8 seconds when I do use it, it's literally a 22,000 damage global.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous, but that's the whole fight.
Yeah, so you just hit 6 there.
Cleave. Gonna slam here. Cleave slam is the big prio. Here's my Rec. Sweeping, Whirlwind is gonna happen right here. 14k Whirlwind and just spamming 9k cleaves. Cutting Slam completely out of the rotation now with Haste Pot and Lust, because we don't want to we don't want to stop any of these cleaves. We just want to send cleaves the entire way. Get a second Whirlwind here.
Were you executing in there too, or was that just?
So I was.
Let me roll that again.
So that's. Yeah. So you can freeze frame it at like 5 seconds too. You can stop it.
Yeah.
So, right here is fine. So all I'm thinking here is I want to get as many Whirlwinds as possible, right? So I'm queuing Cleave nonstop. I don't use Mortal Strike so I can get this last Whirlwind. Now, Following this whirlwind, ideally, I'm holding down cleave into a big execute
Yeah.
after the cleave goes off,
Yeah.
which would have been an
again,
extra
that's
18k.
another big difference though. Fury to arms, like you're holding down the cleave, but you know it's not going to go off. I mean, unless you take a hit from that spore bat that gives you enough rage, there's no world where a dead queued cleave will go off for arms. It's going to be a white attack. On Fury, you're doing the same thing in the hopes that your offhand lands before your main hand, and then you hit a cleave. Or just to guarantee that your offhand hits, period.
Yeah, so if I were to execute right here before this auto goes off, I just cancel the cleave. Cleave is our biggest damage here for arms. Like you're doing, as you see, 9.5k.
That's insane, dude. Off just 2 hits. Oh my god.
Yeah. And my execute would have hit for like 8 or 9k as well, which is very good, but think about it, you lose your cleave. Like you don't cleave there. So if I do execute on the last global, it would have been a ridiculous DPS increase for me, but as you'll see, I get knocked back last second, so I don't get the cleave or the execute.
That's
off.
the problem with getting the spore bat on you. I got
yeah.
quote unquote lucky because I got the Sharkus on me and he kills me, but at least he doesn't knock away, so you get the full time. Actually, that's Karathris that killed me. Look at that. Look who
turned.
Main boss is targeting. Did I pull off Snug at the end?
Yeah, you did. Last second you did, yeah.
I didn't even realize. I mean, yeah, pulling that kind of DPS will do that, I guess. But I mean, look at it. This is the end of the fight. You're 1% on the boss. You've got a full 10 seconds left on your brooch, or not on your brooch, on your what's it called?
Yeah. No, on my brooch. So my brooch has 10. My rec has 4.
Oh man,
and everything else is
4.
Yeah. Yep. And let's go back to midway, and I'll show you where I should have popped it.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this before too, of like with our kill times reaching this point, we're honestly reaching the point where we can probably pre-pop Death Wish as we walk in. And I think that's probably going to be the play, just to make sure you get the full uptime.
Yeah, 100%. So right here is when I should have popped it right now.
Yeah, you're at the
that window right there.
Yep.
Is where I should have popped it.
Both things on cooldown, yeah.
Which I instead pop it here. Which it's a minor
delayed
thing,
your
right?
whirlwind by about a second, but you get the sweeping strikes whirlwind with recklessness going, like.
And that's just very nitpicky, right? And when you have variable kills like this, it's so hard to play perfect. It's not. There's no way.
Yeah, you're never gonna be perfect, but you just got to get as close to perfect as you can, right? And then hope that it doesn't kill you afterwards. Like I know you got the 100, so you've got that like full send happiness, man. I definitely, there's that little bit in the back of my brain that's like, if you'd have just done it a little better, you could have caught Shunsui.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see your POV as well and see what you could have done differently. Or
I think that both of us had the same thing. I'm gonna back to the start here. I think both of us
for sure
overshot the opening. So our actual uptime ends up being like 5% lower than the other warrior in our guild, even though he didn't boot in, which is, it's madness. But you can see you overshoot it and come back here.
Yeah, just jump a little late.
That right there, and the boss gets away.
He pivots, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the exact same thing on my VOD too. He got away from me for just a second. And like it's not a huge deal, but it can reset your swing timer and things like that if you disconnect from the boss.
Yeah, it's more so for you. Like that's a bigger loss for you, because for me, like my auto wasn't even going through.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah, you got that.
For me,
slow.
It's a little different. Yeah, but no, for you actually
the Fury bot, that's not good. Disconnecting from the boss is very bad. Especially then you're gonna sync up. Like if you do it for too long, you'll sync up your offhand and your main hand, and then you won't get the benefit of queuing cleave. Like. Going through it though, like it's not perfect, but it's damn close. This is a ridiculous kill, man.
And while we're on the topic, let's just go over positioning too. Like you'll see, it made me laugh today when I messaged Bane. I was like, dude, we're literally pixel stacked moving. Like myself and the star, like trying to
keep it.
Yeah, trying to put ourselves in the best position. Like you'll see here, I go just to be safe.
Yep. You want to be behind because you don't want to be getting parried. You need to be close enough to get that Spitfire totem, Gandhi.
Yes. Spitfire totem.
That's, I see you, like, there's that moment where, like, you hesitate that Spitfire. That thing goes down, and you're looking at it. I can tell you're looking at it. You're like, nah, not today, though.
Oh, dude. I had a 3-second swing timer, dude. It would have died before I hit it. That's my psyop. Psyop of the day.
That's it. See, I like hitting it because it's an extra target, you know? It's just one more thing to slap.
Yep.
You can't bleed, though.
Doesn't have threat.
All right, let's hop over to the Fury POV
sure.
here. So I started mine a little earlier than yours. I originally had it the full 30-second just because I like to show, like, all of the little things that go into
the checklist.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I harped on that in the last video I made of, like, you just gotta have that routine built of, like, I log in from my rage log. These are the things I do in this order every single time. And, like, once you get that, then you don't end up with situations where, like, you don't realize the trinket's the wrong trinket. I mean, fuck, I might end up doing that now that I've got the DST option. We'll see. But generally, I try and keep the trinkets not built into, like, the speed sets and things like the boot sets and stuff like that. I leave the trinkets blank so I can, like, manually swap them if I need to.
Yeah, and on that note as well, I had a long checklist, but an additional thing that I was doing was they swapped the shamans around a little bit. So Crepe got moved back to group 3.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to Crepe, I had him twist Tranquil Air at 75%. And I wanted to make sure he was on the same page.
I mean, might have saved your life, because if you'd have pulled all 3 of them, if you'd have gotten Sharkus too, not just the Spore Bat, you'd have been in trouble, man.
Yeah, well, if my RNG was better and I didn't have Trank on the start, I could have pulled early. There's a million variables, but what was important to note there, though, is 75%. Why not 100%? And the reason for that is I want our Survival Hunter and all of our BMs to have Agi on the start.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the Survival. That's the most important one.
Yeah, get that debuff up, and then give all of the BMs the higher, what's it called? MD damage. Like,
Yep.
It's important. It really is. Does Tranquil Air affect how MD works? If they had Tranquil Air twisted and they were throwing that, like, third MD into Snuggles, would that reduce it? I don't know. We should look into that.
That's a good question, actually.
That's a good question. I don't think it does, but you just, I don't want to play with that. But, so we cut it down. We've already done our pre-battle shout, swap back into our boot set. On that note, like, we use, I won't call it a proprietary weak aura, but it's a pretty well-kept secret weak aura for our guild. But you can do the same thing with a macro.
Yeah,
like, you can literally just have a macro that just uses your boots and then puts on whatever your next boots are. Like, it's not anything crazy. It's not some insane tech that you can't access. Because I get that question, like, all of the time. I'm sure you get it on your too. It's like, why are you wearing rocket boots?
The nitro boots.
Yeah, why are you wearing nitro boots, man? It's like, I want to get in there fast, and there's no reason not to. So, like, yeah, for my checklist, I missed 2 things on this one. I did not pre-pop the flame cap, and I did not pre-pop a immolation aura. And I think those 2 things you're looking at on a 3-stack, 4-stack fight, like, that's a lot of damage, man. You're looking at probably like 50 plus DPS, just passive damage.
Yeah, the aura more than anything else.
I'm
not a big flame cap enjoyer, because obviously it's worse for 200. It's very minimal.
Yeah, that's super niche for a niche class.
For a niche class, yeah. And I was surprised, like, I'm surprised we didn't flame cap, or not, sorry. We didn't Nightmare Seed.
Usually we should be. I gotta be honest with you, we should all be Nightmare Seeding. Tank should be Nightmare Seeding. I don't know if you did, but, like, there's no reason not to. Healthstone's not gonna save you on this fight. Like,
and on my stream, I literally said I'm deleting my Healthstones so I can Nightmare Seed with the macro.
Yeah.
And I still
if you take damage, the brain autopilots and hits that Healthstone, doesn't it?
Yeah. I
have the exact same problem. All right, let's rock into this though. So we know we left a little bit of DPS on the table here, and you'll see right off the rip what I was talking about. I overshoot this boss and come back. It doesn't help that the boss shuffled a little bit there, but it wasn't a lot of downtime.
So you Was it 2 Sunders off the start for you?
Yeah, Sunder, which is
Yeah.
not ideal because I was supposed to be
Demo shouting.
Demo shouting. Look at it. There's our
Yeah.
weak aura right there. Grayed out Demo shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
My Sunder also parried as well, which was
yeah.
unfortunate, but
I mean, it took a while to get to that 5th one. Like, it gets up to 4 very quickly. That's Sunder right there for me and you.
And Trench.
And Trench.
No, it was Trench did 2, you did 2, and mine parried. That's why we only had 4.
Oh, you were gonna do 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then did you realize it and come back in Sunder again?
I did, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I definitely did not. You can see I'm highlighting into I'm into Bloodthirst and into a Whirlwind already. And like,
because it should be my 2, Trench's 2, and your 1, followed by a demo.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Because I've thought about doing the demo first, but the damage doesn't ramp until 75. There's no reason. The problem is that all week since last week when we wiped on this thing for like 90 minutes straight, I've just been hammering into my brain the rotation, the opener rotation. And all week I've just been telling myself, Sunder, cooldowns straight into your rotation. Sunder, cooldowns into the rotation. And so I did that exact thing like I had trained my brain to do. And we got really lucky that this thing did not connect with Snuggles harder, because no demo shout at all, not even Feral, is that's one way to do it, I guess.
Yeah. But he just didn't get hit at all.
I mean, like, look at that. That's my luck on this fight was insane. That's not recklessness, dude. That
was all crits?
That's literally the only thing that didn't crit is 1 offhand. Oh. 1 offhand on the Whirlwind. Everything else crit.
And you're just queuing Clea down as well.
Oh yeah, just mashing it. When you've got everything rolling and you're already up to a 6 stack on badge, like you can see I'm literally rage capped. I can't dump my rage fast enough. It's not physically possible. Especially on this many targets where you're cleaving and you're getting the flurry off of your secondary target too. Like, yeah, you can't get rid of it fast enough. So then right there, I think this is the thing that actually is like the biggest change from what I've been doing before, is I macroed everything together. I stopped relying on my brain to be able to go through the motions of like, I need to recklessness, I need to trinket, I need to use a haste potion, I need to sweeping strikes, and it needs to be in that order. And I just built a macro, just fire it all at once. It takes 2 globals to get through recklessness and then sweeping strikes, but that's fine with me because I'm going to use it when I know that I'm leading into a Bloodthirst. So like, yeah, and again, we touched on it earlier, but like for Fury Warrior, sweeping strikes with recklessness up is going to be the biggest damage spike you can see. So like over there, I'm below Bay right now. Bay is pulling 7k. 35% into this boss, and watch what happens the second we hit that. We're just gonna fly past him. We're just flying.
Yeah.
And see, a good warrior will then reposition, and they'll hit the Spitfire totem Gandhi.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's if we're gonna talk about mistakes, that's where I would start.
Hands up accountability. Who all swapped to it actually in this kill?
I don't know. It felt slower than it should have. With me having recklessness up, that thing should have died faster. Look at that. Look at how low I got, dude.
5% with the mob on you.
Yeah. Yeah, spooky times. I thought I was dead on that swing. He connects twice with me after he pulls parry once. First swing, I got the heal, and the heal saved me.
Bro.
Dude.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's,
Whirlwind, bro. That's just so many numbers, bro.
It's just bonkers, isn't it? Like, and that's the thing about Fury, is like, it's just pure dopamine. When you get all these things going, you've got that Thanos gauntlet, every single cooldown running at the same time. Like, oh.
What is this, dude? What is this game?
I think the guy in your comment section said it best. Sick parse, dude, but why is there a Fury Warrior doing 8k DPS in my game?
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
then
And
we
you're
die on
executing
the
here,
last
right?
global. But I was on
And
global
you're
cooldown.
spamming cleave execute, or
Oh, no, no,
what
no,
are
no,
you
no,
doing
no,
there?
no, no. Absolutely not. You can't. If it's last global on a short fight like this, I would hit execute. But on any cleave fight, I don't want to rage starve myself. I would rather have the cleave going off and
Yeah, so we're
then
similar in
getting
that
the
way.
execute too. Yeah, or then getting the like the bloodthirst or whirlwind. If you're on last global and you know you're not going to get another swing off,
Yep.
then hell yeah, hit the execute, right? Like that's free damage. There's no reason to save all that rage. But like if I had executed there, I'm not going to have the rage to hit the whirlwind coming out of that execute. And
And
I'm
whirlwind
not
is
going
number
to
one
get the
prio.
cleave. Like, yeah, it's I think that the cleave takes prio over the execute. At least on these fights. You know, you want to talk like Solarian, that's a different case. That's single target. And in that instance, if I'm rage capping, because I've got recklessness running, I'm going to hit execute. Because I know before my next global's up, I will have enough rage to use Bloodthirst or Whirlwind or execute again if I rage cap. Because like, I don't want to leave rage on the table by rage capping over and over again. But like, cleave fights, nah. Don't rage starve yourself doing that. I think that's one of the things that kind of gimped Trench. He did like 20k DPS, or not 20k DPS, 20k damage of executes. So I think once it got sub 20, he was just mashing that thing. And it's like, it's good damage, but it's not efficient because you're losing the cleave. And cleave will almost never go off. And if a cleave does go off after the execute, you're going to be rage starved until your next auto attack. It's just not worth it. But I mean, clean kill, man. This is the best part. That reaction right there. I literally leaned away from my screen. I was like, what? Oh man. It was a good kill though. And like it wasn't clean either, is the crazy thing.
Oh. We had
And
our
neither of us
paladin tank
got
die.
enraged. Imagine if we'd have gotten an enraged proc off those hits.
I think you would have pulled insta. Honestly, I think you would have
I
just
would have
pulled
died.
red.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it to the end. If I still pulled at the end there, I wouldn't have made it to the end.
Well, we were both just evasion taking the ass. We both were just spam. I heard clink, clink, clink. I'm like, okay, bet.
Well, thankfully, Sharkus attacks kind of slow. So he only got 4 swings off on me. I parried the first one, lived through 2 because of a heal, and the third one got me. Still take that over getting knocked back, though.
1000%. So you didn't have... Yeah. Dude, on my VOD, you literally... Like, I didn't even know there was any of those ads that knocked back, and I literally just froze. I was like, what the heck? I froze. I was like, oh my god.
But I mean, it's insane. Like, that is a rank 1 world for you. By how much? How much did you get by? Like 800
I think it's like 800 DPS.
Like, that's disgusting. The next closest ARMS is 5.6, and you are at 6.3, almost 6.4. And there's like a lot of room where you could grow that number.
100%. And you didn't fetish.
Yeah, no
and you
fetish.
didn't have Tranquil Air. So there was no threat issue at all.
There is 0 threat issue. If you have a competent tank, there's 0 threat issue. You're not pulling off of a good prop paladin who's using a sapper and, you know, sending wings. You're not going to pull off him with just cleave damage. You're not doing that much DPS to those secondary targets. It's, you know, like 1.5k per secondary target, right? Maybe 2k? Maybe once you're in recklessness. Like a good tank can hold off a 2k DPS with his eyes closed.
Yeah,
the only issue is the primary target. And your bear just needs a lot of MDs, and he needs to be good at his rotation. Thankfully, we have a good bear to hold threat.
Yeah, but I remember that being our biggest hurdle was trying to figure out, okay, do we fetish, do we not? I think in my last one, I was like, guys, I think we're going to have to finish this, and I'm so glad that we didn't, and, you know, it obviously worked out.
I mean, that was what we were doing for HKM, right? Because gear hadn't come online enough for the tanks.
There was no expertise. Yeah.
Yeah, like and even beyond that, like when we're in recklessness, it is just a completely different animal because the gear almost becomes irrelevant. When you crit on every single swing, if your tanks haven't gotten enough yet to be able to keep up with that, like it was just different times. But now their gear's online and we can send into this thing and apparently only pull on the last global.
Yeah. So on the topic of gear, so I know you were trying to theory craft putting on BS chest for this fight. Do you think that would have been better or worse for you on this kill over Dragon
On
Strike?
on this kill, it's hard to say because I got exactly what you want if you're wearing Dragon Strike, and that is a Dragon Strike proc in your recklessness window. Like when you look at it, like there's your Dragon Strike,
Oh, it's
212 haste.
perfect.
Like
Yeah,
it lined up a hair late. But it doesn't matter when you're in the sweeping strikes range. You're going to finish your sweeping strikes in 2 globals. Like let's just be honest.
for
Cleave
sure.
and Bloodthirst, 2 globals. You're gonna have gone through 10. So that doesn't bother me too much. But lining it up right into that execute window in the recklessness, almost completely in the recklessness, like it was perfect. And so I think it comes down to very similar to the Brooch argument. You know, if you had a DST proc right here, would DST be better than Brooch? Yeah, it absolutely would for Fury. I don't know if that's the case for ARMS. I think so because of how much your cleaves do. That if you had a DST proc right here in your recklessness window, I think that probably gaps Brooch. The problem is you can't control it. So it's the same thing for chest versus weapon. If I want maximum control to be able to macro my chest, I can fire it right here with everything and it will last for the full
Mhm.
duration of my recklessness. But if I get lucky and I pull that lotto machine and I get a mace proc right in my recklessness anyway, it's probably better. Like the only thing that
Yeah,
could have been better than this would be if you take off Brooch and you have a DST that happens to proc in the exact same moment. That's the double lotto. You've pulled it and you've gotten lucky. So
it's just how much
could
do
I
you want to put on the
recreate
table?
this? I don't know. I don't know if I could.
Yeah. And what about gems? I mean, I assume you're just gemming full strength.
Almost full strength. I've still got one crit blue, like a green gem. I think I've got a crit blue. No, maybe I swapped off it. Yeah, I'm full strength now.
Yeah,
And then
full
PvP
red.
ones, because like, yeah, full red strength. PvP ones, the value is just it's still there. Like you could contest that maybe this could go to a red, but you need 2 yellows anyway. So why not just get the
Yep,
highest value you can
exactly.
out of the PvP ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably
100%.
the case. And I don't know. We joked about maybe Crusader being able to keep up with Mongoose,
I
but for Fury, it
I
just doesn't, man. Like I
yeah.
simmed it, and the top end iterations that I was getting were significantly lower. And that's accounting for it getting lucky and procking in recklessness windows, right? I think the top
Yeah.
end iteration on this setup was like 8.3, and that occurred once out of 12,500 iterations. So
Mm-hmm.
like, man, you get a 7.77 when your absolute theoretical maximum is 8.3. It was just a blessed fight. That's just what it comes down to.
Hmm.
Look at the crit. Look
And
at the crit percentage, man.
yeah, and what about group? So you had a Red BM Feral. Would that be the best group for you, or
No,
would
no
you
way. You want BM. You're literally
you
just
think you would
losing
triple?
1%. You're losing 1% on the ret. So in our guild, we're helping the ret by letting him be there, right? The maximum you can get for personal is to swap that ret for another BM. So you get 6% damage
Mm-hmm.
and 3% crit. And mind you,
What's
the 3%
6%?
crit is only, oh yeah, 6, whatever the feral one is. I'm thinking classic. And in group 1, kickproof's going to Narnia. So I've got that feral for, where is he? Is he in damage buffs?
So, I was going to ask you, would it be better for a third BM, like theoretically speaking, to just get a third BM
Yeah,
hunter and
probably. The difference is that, yeah, here it is. Leader of the pack is up almost until the moment that recklessness is up.
yeah, so it did work out.
It works out good because he comes in to get
Mhm.
his target before he drags it out. And that's what I told Bay is like, it doesn't bother me much that you're going to
Yep.
have him running out because by the time he's
You'll have
out, I'm
wreck
popping recklessness. Like there
for
was
sure.
maybe 5 seconds there where I didn't have the crit before recklessness went up. But, you know, little sacrifices, right? Would I like to have that the whole time just to be safe? Yeah, obviously. Would I like to have that extra 1% instead of Sanctity? Sure. But I don't know. I say, as I do the mental math, that if I had that 1% and had popped Oil of Immolation, I would have caught Shunsui. But again, we won't think about that. We'll just be happy that we put
Yeah,
up the numbers we did.
100%.
Yeah, this is the one that kills though. Man, if you just had that, if you could have had it for its full duration, your number would have been
Oh, dude.
ridiculous.
Well, look at I didn't have flurry. I didn't crit for the first like 6 seconds. My flurry wasn't 100%. I didn't crit.
No, dude, you crit second swing. Look at that. You didn't crit first swing because you got the parry, but you crit second swing. 95% uptime? I think Trenches was one that was, it hurt. I think his flurry uptime was rough. Yeah, 72%.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
bro.
he got cucked, man. It took him too long to get in, and then he didn't crit. Oh, it's just, you hate to see it. He'll get it, man. Well, I'm sure we're going to send this again before the end of the phase, and it's going to look like this again, but Trench up there too. But you just love to see it. Look at all the 99s, man. That's what you need.
Yep.
That's what you got to have. Like guys that just around you that can just absolutely put their nose to the grindstone and crank it out. Feel bad for Curve though. He felt so good. He got such a good number compared to his previous one. Rank 1 is 1,000 DPS higher than that. Yikes. Dude, those RNG classes, it's rough. You know what it's like, Arms boy.
Yes, dude. I currently have a rank like 5 lurker, and it's like my worst fight now. I'm top 5 in the world, and it's like my worst fight because someone pulled like a 3.2k DPS on lurker for some random reason.
Oh, and the worst part is with how Warcraft logs works, the bigger that gap is, the more detrimental it is to your all-stars. Yeah. That's why this one was huge for me. I was a solid 2.8k DPS behind first place, even though I was rank 20 for Fury Warriors. Like, oh, solve that issue.
Yeah. And what's your goal by the end of the phase? I mean, we haven't really talked about it.
Dude, I just keep moving the goalpost. I gotta be honest with you. You know, last phase I wanted to get in the top 25 because I only raided main raid 2 times before the end of the phase. 2, 3 raids.
Because you main swap, that's right.
Yeah, because I main swap when Bo quit. And so, like, with that, I was just happy to get as high as I did, as quickly as I did. And then, like, I don't know, this phase has just felt like a different beast. So I keep moving the goalpost. I told my wife, I was like, you know, this week I really want to get top 20. And then I, you know, hit 17. I was like, all right, this week I want to get top 15. And I hit up to like 12. And I've been chasing that top 10 for a few weeks now. And we got up to 7 this week. So I think we got to move the goalpost again. I think the goal's got to be top 5 now.
Yeah. All factions, by the way, which for an alliance.
That's insane.
Like we speak about it, right? Like alliance or whatever, but they literally, first off, their hunters do 5% more damage.
Just baseline.
They just get a 5% buff. And then they're also going to be orc, which means they get basically a second trinket. Like they get a brooch, basically, like as a racial.
No, we got to drop out those pretendy specs. We're not tracking that. So you have got a decent lead on the next closest guy, who I assume is Horde. Yeah.
They're all Horde. Everyone's
all Horde. Wait. This is a fun experiment. Have you ever seen what your gap is to the next closest alliance?
I have not, no.
Oh my god, 15 all-star points, dude. That's insane. You could have like a 96 parse on a fight right now and still be ahead of that guy. But yeah, in the Fury world, that's Alliance. Yeah, next closest guy is 16 behind. Oh, it's 16. Trench. Yeah. Trench past Waka. Hell yeah. Yeah, Waka was right behind me before this last raid, but Trench caught him. Hell yeah. That's what we need, man. If you're sorting by Alliance, it better be us right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the top 2 Alliance Fury Warriors. That's awesome.
But yeah, I don't think I can physically catch Shunsui. But I think I can get...
Their kill times are ridiculous, so good, dude. Bro.
They're ridiculous. Like, when they do their hunter stack with all orc hunters, and everybody has the orc racial, like, they're shaving like 10 seconds off fights compared to us. It's just
When they
brutal,
like, for
man.
example, Void Reaver, bro, their Void Reaver, they had every hunter full weaving on VR,
Yeah, yeah.
and they dropped like 30 seconds off the kill time.
Was that the one where they had the disc priest out, or was that the holy priest out, or was that the one where they made their
Yes,
survival
bro.
run in circles?
No, I think it was the Holy Priest,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Because I've
The
seen it.
kill
I've
time
seen
was
it done both ways
disgusting.
now. Was either the survival out, so you don't have to worry about healing being an issue, or having the holy out and just running in circles. I did it once, man. I did the run in circles as the only one out there. It's awful. Legitimately awful as a hunter. You
Yeah.
just put on cheetah and you just run, and every now and again when he's pounding, he won't throw orbs, so you can stop and shoot. And other than that, you have to run the entire time. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to it. I think I can get into the top 5. I've got so much room to go up. We just need to focus on other fights. We've spent so
Yep.
long worrying about
On FLK.
FLK and Void Reaver. Like we've thrown so many recklessnesses into those two fights so far that, like, if we just branch out a little bit, get a little
Mm-hmm.
lurker, some Alar and Solarian, get that cleaned up a little bit. Because, like, we tried to do the Alar and the Solarian this week, and they just were not clean.
It was a mess.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
legitimately bad. I was pretty depressed about that one. We'll get it though, man. Like, we've got, I think, 4 weeks left, 3 weeks left.
Yeah, 3 more lockouts,
3.
yeah.
So we got some chances. We're gonna put up some good ones. But this was fun, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and drop a like. We really do appreciate all the love and support. A little bit of a different video today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and pass it over to my boy Ratsiax.
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitch and YouTube at Ratsiax. We're streaming Thursdays and Saturdays. It's 8 Eastern Thursday and 9 Eastern Saturdays. This was fun, dude. Let's do it again soon.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks for taking the time. It was a good time.
Hell yeah, man. We'll do it again.
Enjoy doing this.